Hi, I'm Anthony Graham, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at Winston-Salem State University, a historically Black college and university located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, with a total enrollment of 5,200 students. We have the proud distinction at Winston-Salem State University as being the first historically Black college and university in the United States of America to offer teacher licensure at the elementary education level back in the 1920s. Prior to coming over to Winston-Salem State University, I was the Dean of the College of Education at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, an HBCU in Greensboro, North Carolina. I was also a faculty member in the teacher preparation program for nearly a decade before transitioning into administration. I have the great pleasure and honor of engaging you in conversation about accreditation from the provost perspective and why accreditation, and in this particular instance, accreditation in teacher preparation, is so critically important to our operations in higher education. I'll begin my brief conversation with you by focusing on a quote from Socrates. And that quote reads as follows: "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new." In many ways, accreditation is about building new. It's about engaging in thought processes, thought partnership around ways that you can evolve and grow and bolster your operations. It's about thinking about ways to improve what we do as an institution so that we are benefiting our students such that they are ready on day one when they enter their profession as classroom teachers in the PK-12 sector. So in many ways, accreditation matters because it provides us with evidence of impact. We are very quick to say that we offer high quality preparation programs, but when posed with the question, how do you know that your programs are high quality? Oftentimes we don't have the answers. We don't have data to which we can point to support our assertions and our claims that our programs are of high quality. Accreditation helps provide answers, provides data so that we can say conclusively and definitively that our programs are of high quality. We're able to use internal data, data that we're collecting on candidate dispositions, data that we're collecting on candidate knowledge, data that we're collecting on candidate skills, so that we can say conclusively that we are helping our candidates grow and develop as future classroom teachers. But we're also able to use external data, data that comes from employer surveys, or data that come from alumni surveys, or data that come from alumni or employer focus groups, data that might come from K-12 or pre-K-12 principals that will provide us input on whether or not our candidates are prepared to engage PK-12 youth, which is the most important thing in what we do. If our candidates are not prepared to engage pre-K-12 students so that we can move them forward and prepare them for career and college readiness, then we have issues on our hands. So as a provost, accreditation affords me the opportunity to question whether or not there is a return on the investments that we're making. The data that comes from these efforts internally and externally as a result of accreditation allows me to feel more comfortable and confident about what we're doing as a program. More importantly, it allows me to shine a light on areas where we're not performing well so that we can begin to invest the appropriate finances and other resources so we can get better in that regard. With respect to accreditation, it's all about program improvement. It's all about thinking about our degree programs. It's about thinking about our curriculum. It's about thinking about the faculty who are teaching and the ways in which they teach. It's about thinking about stakeholder engagement, how we're partnering with pre-K-12 districts, but also how we're thinking about bringing industry into the conversation, because we know strong K-12 school districts lead to economic development and growth in our communities. So how can we bring different voices to the table for the benefit of our candidates in our teacher preparation programs, but also for the benefit of our community. And most importantly, this process is peer reviewed. It allows us to hear from our colleagues from across the nation who can visit with us, not to criticize, but to critique, who can lift up things that we're doing well and share our story across the nation and the world, but also shine a light on areas where we need to pay additional attention and how we can collect data to think about ways to improve what we're doing within our programs. And most importantly, how we can close the loop, how we can take the information and the evidence that we're analyzing and studying, the execution of our programmatic strategies to figure out whether or not what we do really is meaningful and significant to the preparation of our candidates as they enter pre-K-12 classrooms. So I'm always available to engage in further conversation. Accreditation is critically important from my vantage point, but this is my perspective. If you'd like to talk more with me about accreditation and why it might benefit you and what you're doing at your institution, by all means, please reach out to me. I'm accessible and always ready to engage in a conversation. Thank you for allowing me to engage you, and please enjoy the remainder of Cape Cod.